This video, we're going to talk about our penalty kill when we're faced up against an umbrella or a 1-3-1 power play, which are the most common power plays we're going to run into most of this year. The other approach that we might have against those power plays is a one diamond shape rather, as opposed to a box, because then at least we cover the elbows a little bit better, but it tends to be very vulnerable to the middle of the ice. And so we're going to try doing this triangle and one or an inverted Y type penalty kill. So it's sometimes referred to as an inverted Y because it looks like a Y, where the stem of the Y is there and there's the top. I want to call it a triangle and one because it reinforces that we always want our core defense to be forming a triangle in front of the net, blocking shots and always being in contact with the threat, which is primarily in the low and the high slot. Okay, so defensive responsibilities as normal. Right D has from the center of the ice out into the no chase zone. The left D has the center of the ice out to the no chase zone. The rule in the no chase zone is if puck's free or you are sure you can win it, you're allowed to attack. Otherwise, we will concede. Guys taking a skate around the outside of the rink or passing the puck around because those are very low scoring opportunities. F1 has primary responsibility on the right side of the ice. F2 has primary responsibility on the left side. But as we'll see, we might need to read, react, and shift around depending on how the puck rotation moves on the other side. So let's clear this off and we'll get started talking about positional hockey and how we want to play this. So let's say the opposing team is in a pretty standard looking 1-3-1 where they've got shooters on the elbows, they've got a forward in the bumper. That's that guy. These two guys are very dangerous if the puck moves quickly as a skip pass. That shot right there is a very high success shot because the goalie can't get over. So we want to guard against that very aggressively with sticks and lanes. So the way that we set this up originally is we are going to have our triangle at the base formed by the 2D and the F2, right? So that's here, 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 there. There's our triangle, okay? So puck starts out, moves up to the top. F1's guarding that position. Everybody else is in good position. Puck rolls out to the elbow. F1, that's his side. They take that position. F2 is either on the bumper or looking to block a shot or potentially looking to break up the pass, very aggressively moving as needed across the center of the ice. RD and lefty have net front responsibilities. If this guy slides up, they've got to be in physical contact with him, making sure that he's not getting in the eyesight of the goalie, pushing him around, making sure that they know that that net front is going to be a very uncomfortable place to play. Okay, puck rotates back out. If possible, F1 rolls out there and covers that play. If the puck is moving too quickly, F2 rolls out and F1 gets back and forms the triangle. Okay. Let's say we're back where we were. F1's on the puck. Puck rolls this way. F2 slides out. F1 forms the triangle. Okay. So again, we're all F1 and F2 need to be working together to always be forming this triangle. We do not want F1 chasing onto the wrong side. It just gets flat out too tired. You get too tired doing that. F2 has that responsibility. F1 goes back. Okay. Now, puck goes below the net like this. Left D slides out. F2 fills that gap. What are we forming again? We're forming that same triangle, but now we've got people, different people in that position. So you got to be talking. You got to have a head on a swivel. You got to know what your partners are up to. We want to prevent the skip pass because we're conceding open play around the outside of the zone, but if they can skip it across, we're going to have a lane shot can come in on the net. what might happen, play moves to this side, skater reverses which is strong side and weak side. Now D is going to slide down, F2 is going to slide over, LD is going to slide up like that. Puck comes up, F1 slides over, F2 gets back into their triangle, right D reforms. As with all penalty kills, you have to have your head on a swivel, you have to be talking, you have to be physical in front of the net, willing to block shots and sticks in lanes. But what this gives us the advantage, if these two players are capable of moving quickly and filling gaps, it neutralizes the effectiveness of the umbrella and the 1-3-1 because we are clogging the most dangerous parts of the ice. Just to put it into contrast with something like a standard diamond, you might have something that looks a little bit like this in the diamond. And so this guy's occupied in front, and then they have to have their sticks and lanes to protect this guy. It leaves the bumper open. So by putting ourselves into this triangle plus one structure, we take away the bumper. It's a very dangerous